page, missing for days, looking for my confident ways and comfortable space. I'm making my pace, now my heartbeat is stuck.
It was over there, meeting a couple of fellas from church to come through and play basketball. Me and Andrew. Andrew was the first big dude who had real moves in the court, for real. But it's crazy, man. How stuff change. Transformation. Transformation. If you don't change yourself, things around you won't change. Transformation. Get tables from the church and put out here. It'd be crazy if he'd be having the big speakers out. They be done grilled like slabs of ribs. I'm talking about like 10 slabs of ribs, 3 cases of leg quarters, 10-pound chicken wing. It'd be so much food, man. People come out here and be wild and they have 2 coolers of beer. I sneak me one, you know what I'm saying? One night I snuck about 3 or 4 on. I can't even count. I was tore out the frame, boy. They was like, what you? And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that was my young days, man. But yeah, it was good though. One thing he always did though, every Wednesday, my stepdad always took us to church, cause he was about the church, man. And Peace Baptist, pick up all the members of the church on Wednesdays, all the kids. Bible study was a big event, cause we had, we had a pretty decent church size, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of youth, Reverend King would do the Bible studies for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And he would keep everything how it needed to be, you know what I'm saying? And, it was dope, man. A lot of memories here, yo. That's for real.
To proceed with this intervention, you need to make a decision to be your neighbor's collision. An army and go to battle for the poor without permission. The tombstones for the rich and the famous does the same for the child born in poverty. So who's complaining? Should be a lot of hands flying up like kites in the spring when the wind draft is up. So what's the reason why they harassing us? My grandmother used to tell me that they've been after us, and they sit back and laugh while we die young and such. But that's never been funny like Sinbad to us. We never really did ask for much. Fingerprints tell it all. Can we please keep in touch?
Come home with Burn right now. But no, we outside. Burn Senior. Dope producer. Shouts out to B.O. too. He dope too, straight up. But yeah, when I was in the bond, I let my homie Burn, man. His grandma's house right here, his mom's house is right next door. I'm telling you, like, she let me rent a room out for like $2-something a month. I ain't had no job. I had lost my job in February. It looked out. He dope, man. Like FL Studio Production, stupid on it. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from him. Like when it comes to being yourself, like he one of the people who always himself, no matter what, no matter how things change around him. He always himself. He always loving. So I rock my homie Burn, man. And go right there, Burn Senior.
What up, it's Vern Senior. Produced Show Me by your boy Rio. Just go ahead and check that out. Get into it a little bit. Talking about my boy Alxndr over here. True lyricist down to the, you know what I'm saying, down to the, you know what I'm saying, to the core. He revises his tracks like methodically, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might write a song and then he'll keep rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I respect in an artist that his caliber, to be honest with you. I know I've done a couple tracks with him back in the day. They never got officially released except for on my second album as Vern Senior. Well, my first album as Vern Senior. He was on the track 3, So Good. You guys should check that out because he snapped on that. I mean, he didn't curse, so you guys are good. I remember that much. Yeah, man. I seen him rock shows too. Yo, like bro's got the juice. You know what I'm saying? He's out here with this. I'm really waiting to see. You know, he's been talking about Connecticut for a long time. If you know said, then you know that he's been talking about it for like a long time. And I know he's been trying to get something together with me as well. And I mean, I've sold him a couple beats, and I sold him almost 5 beats. So can't wait to see if he does those. It's definitely a hustle out here. It's not for like people who aren't trying to, people who think this is a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? People who think that this rap music is a gimmick. Don't take it seriously. It's like you develop who you are, like artistically, and then that's what defines you between everybody else. And I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, my boy finally found his lane, you know, because he's been working on that for a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so when I was younger, I had a friend. Actually, he's still my homeboy right now. My homeboy E. He was the first person who actually took and recorded me in the studio. So I was like in that 7th, 8th grade, and he was like in the 10th grade. So they was like, "Why you hanging with this 8th grader?" You know what I'm saying? Because the 8th grader was spitting. I was spitting, so he the first one who taught me, "Yo, you gotta project your voice. You gotta stand like this. You gotta." So my homie E. So a couple years ago, me and him was riding. At the time I used to drink, so we had some Heinekens in the car. And he said, "Man, why don't you be a Christian rapper?" I said, "Nah, man, that ain't my thing." I said, "But why you say that though?" He said, "Cause you already that type." He said, "You don't drink. Only time you drink is when you remind me and I give you a little bill." He said, you don't hang out in the clubs in the street like that. You might as well go ahead and switch it up." I was like, "Nah, man." So fast forward, here I go. You know what I'm saying? I would never. I don't want to do any other music than for God. You know what I'm saying? I met Rio through my wife. You know what I'm saying? And
So Hope Entertainment has been around for a little over a year now, and in the beginning stages of Hope Entertainment getting built, and in the first couple months, that's when I actually met or got introduced to Alxndr. It's funny how we met, because actually his wife is my wife's sister. So they met during school and all that stuff, and we actually met each other and had a couple conversations.
He heard I did my little beat thing, stuff like that. So
his wife kept telling me that he used to rap, he did secular music, and he actually makes beats. He was a producer.
So he came to my house back when I stayed on Bush. He came to my crib. I played a couple tracks for him.
So he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you hear one of my beats." And I was okay, sure, put it on. You know, still kind of not expecting much. And then when he turned on that first beat, I was like, "Oh shoot!"
You know, he said it was alright,
and it was good. It was like, it was not only good, but it was unique.
And then I made like 5 or 6 more tracks, and then he heard him and he said, "Yo, I'm rocking with you."
He has his own style. I mean, you can't say that he is trap beats, or, you know, he is the new school type joints. He has his own style of beats.
And then he came to me one night. He asked me. He was like, "Yo, would you be my producer?" I was like, "I'm not." You know what I'm saying? Nobody never asked me that before. So I was like, "Okay."
So at that point, I knew it was like a divine connection, because I was looking for a producer. I was looking for a friend. You know, I was looking for somebody close at that point in time. And it's like God just came in and answered that prayer. And then he actually, you know, I said, "Okay, I hear that you do the beats. The beats are good. Let me hear you rap." So he had a beat that he did, that he wrote a song to. And when he started spitting, I was like, "Why aren't you doing it anymore?" And he was like, "You know, it's just not me anymore. You know, I'm saved now, and I don't know where I'm going with the music right now." So, you know, I was like, you can still, God gave you that gift for a reason. You know, all you got to do is just switch your content and switch your frame, and do it for the right reasons. You know, winning souls, that's why we do what we do.
You have to use what God gave you to do what he needs you to do. And this is what I do. So if I can reach people through my music and bring them closer, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yo, I used to dream about Rap City. Yo, 4:30 in the morning writing verses, jotting ideas.